Hey, what's up everybody? It's Titus to present to you another part 11 today with Rocky's training. Force fetch is going really good. It's one of those things where it's not, you don't rush it, because honestly I'm like, man, I wish this was going faster, but I don't think it's necessarily a Rocky, or your dog or whatever. It's just every dog's different, and time too, the time I take to do it. Some days I can do 3 days, 3 times in that day, and then there's other days that it's like 1 time max. I just don't have the time to do it. So not that it takes very long, it's just convenience. But anyways, I wanted to touch over a couple things before we show you the progress that Rocky's made. One thing I wanted to tell you guys and help you out is with feeding times and the amounts you feed them. You look online a lot and you don't see anything. It's like nobody's really clear on how much you should feed your dog, and I'm not saying that I got it dialed in, but I have confirmed it with some other trainers. A man named Richard, he comments on here a lot, but he is a very, you can tell he knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of ribbons. His dogs look really good. He's a big time trainer, been doing it for a long time. So I appreciate you, Richard, for helping me out and the tips that you've given over this time. I confirmed it with him anyways about the amounts of feeding. But so I just want to tell you just real quick what I have been feeding Rocky is that Purina Pro Plan. I've been feeding that to him for probably, I don't know, maybe 2-3 months, and everybody just goes on and on how black his coat is, and I'll put a little picture up of it here. I've showed you guys in some of the past videos what it looked like and everything, but I'm telling you guys, you will not regret it. So I would say it's very much worth it. He's in great shape. Anyways, that being said, on the amounts and the times you feed him, I'm gonna just let you know what I'm doing with Rocky. I'm not saying this is the only way and it's the right way, but I don't believe it's the wrong way, and I don't think nothing's wrong with it. What I do is I feed him around 7, 8 in the morning. It really doesn't have to be that specific, between 7 and 9 somewhere, and I feed him 2 cups, actually measurement cups. I know some people free feed. My dad free feeds, and his dogs have never been fat. They've always been in good shape. Me personally, I just guess I'm feeding him by measurements just because I basically want to just measure it. It's just kind of one of those things I'm just being a little bit particular about. And so far it's been really good, and it's worked really good. So when he was young, like really young, I want to say from the time I got him about 6.5 weeks all the way up until probably, I'm just going to guess guys, I think around 5 months, somewhere in there, I was feeding him 3 times a day. So like between 7 and 9, between 12 and 1, 12 and 2, and then between 7 and 9 at night. And you'll see that people say that's what you should do. And I think at that time, I want to say it was like a cup each time. I can't really remember specifically. I apologize. Now he is 10.5 months old. He's somewhere between 85 and 90 pounds from last time I weighed him. And I feed him 2 cups in the morning from 7 to 9 and 2 cups in the evening from like 7 to 9 somewhere at night. And that's perfect. He's not wolfing his food down. He's not acting like a ravenous dog. He just eats it. He's done. It's perfect. He's not begging for any more, and he seems to be in really good shape. Where his stomach in it, from his rib cage to his stomach has a nice, it comes in. It's not crazy or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Rocky loaded up in the truck, guys. I haven't showed a video of him just jumping. Now at first he was like, always thought he needed like a running jump start to get in the truck. Now he'll stand right here and just jump in. So I'm gonna go ahead and load Rocky in. We're gonna get started. Good boy, good boy. He's doing good, guys. Good boy. All right, I'm gonna grab the bumpers, guys. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get going. I've got different sizes of bumpers. No, sit. I got different sizes of bumpers. I never even buy none of those ones with the edge on them, which I kind of wish I had. I could make one, I know that. I don't have the wood to do it. Been too lazy to go to the store and get it. So just gonna use some different size. The small bumpers, I don't remember how many inches they call these. I'll put them all in the link in the description below, guys. At first when I bought bumpers, I bought like, I think it was a 6-pack off Amazon, and I thought I was gonna have way too many. But now that I see that we're gonna be doing walking fetch here in just a little bit here, probably on the next video, you can't have too many bumpers, honestly. So return to pile, stuff like I'm not going to get into that right now. On that last video, we just introduced the force fetch, and now he knows that he needs to go after it. So I'll just kind of show you a quick demonstration here. Fetch, fetch, good boy, good boy. Okay, one thing I want to tell you, one thing I want to tell you guys here is when you're petting him, when he does retrieve, leave. Don't be like, ah boy, like in his face the first time he's doing it, because I did that and he would drop the bumper. I learned this trick by myself, kind of on my own, and confirmed it with some other people, but you want to be really soft and subtle. And I started doing, you know what I started doing? I actually figured this out by myself, and then someone later messaged me and confirmed it. But I was just like, okay, once he's got it held, this was when I initially had him hold. I was just down here petting his shoulder really lightly, saying, good boy to hold, good boy to hold, like that. Instead of rubbing all over his head and his face because you're too close to his mouth. When I started doing it like that, then he started not dropping it. So just a little tip for you guys, when your dog does finally hold it, just be real subtle, you know, just like, good boy to hold, and just pet him on the chest or the side. All right, I just want to show you that real quick. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get the e-collar, and I'm gonna be setting it down. Some of you guys may ask, why are you setting it in the back of the truck, or why are you doing this in the back of the truck? Well, it's because you kind of have more control. They're up by you. It's nicer they're up here with you instead of, you know, down on the ground, you're bending over and stuff. It's nice to work right here. We'll eventually graduate to the ground, which is really soon, probably here in a couple days. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the e-collar and hook them up and show you guys the next step. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and put the e-collar on right now and work with the bumper real quick. Turn the e-collar on, make sure it's nice and snug. You want to definitely make sure the probes are touching. I've had it where both ways, where they're not touching where they are, and you can definitely tell when they're not touching because they don't even know it's there, but you don't want it too tight. We'll do this. We won't spend too much time. We've been working them for a while already. But I'm going to show you guys. I'm using the bigger bumper. You can get these off Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below. You guys can check them out. But the black and white, like I said, kind of one of the first parts of this series, is better for them to see. But anyways, Rocky's about 10.5 months old. So I'm going to show you with the bumper, the fetching where he's going to pick it up. And then I'll hold him and make him do it too. So ready? Okay. Fetch. Good boy. Sit. Okay, he's kind of learning what that word fetch means. Hold. Good boy to hold. We got some guys working over there. He's losing a little bit of tension. Leave. Good boy. Okay, now I'm going to hold him. I'm going to set it down. I'm going to hold his head. Sit. 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 Fetch. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Sit. Fetch. Fetch. Good boy. Good boy. Now fetch it up. Fetch it up. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Gotta get him a little interested. Good boy. Leave. Fetch it up. Good boy. Sit. Sit. If he starts getting real lazy, I start doing it quicker. I've noticed it helps him. Leave. Fetch. Kind of like a game. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Leave. Fetch it up. Good boy, Rocky. Sit. Then I'll slow back down and hold him. Leave. Okay. Sit. Sit. Fetch. Fetch. Good boy. Fetch up. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Fetch. Good dog. Sit. Guys, be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you, okay? And I have been through this whole series. This force fetch has literally been one of the hardest things I have done with Rocky yet. I thought heel and sit, stay, all that junk was hard. This has really, I'm going to be honest with you, it's been really tough. And it just takes consistency and doing it over and over. A few times I got very frustrated and just stopped doing it, just put the stuff away and just walked in the house and come back in a couple hours because it's not going to do anybody, you or the dog, any good just sitting there getting frustrated. And then, like the other night we were working on it, I came back 4 different times working with him for like 5 minutes, not even lengthy. And finally, all of a sudden, it just clicked in his head and he started doing it right away. Leave. Good boy. Fetch. Good boy. See, I didn't get the bump in that time. So basically, sit. Basically, what I'm doing, guys, is I'm bumping him until he gets it to create that reaction where he's grabbing it as soon as I put it down. Or if I'm holding him, setting it somewhere, and then I want him to go right to it and grab it right away. His holding's good. He has no problems with holding it, dropping it. It's just we're building up that speed and that time to where he knows to go pick it up. When we move to the ground, maybe I'll even knock it out of his mouth, you know, with my knee or something where it falls, and he knows that he better pick it back up until I tell him to leave. Leave. Good boy. Sit. Fetch. Good dog. Sit. Good boy. See, I didn't bump him that time. So I'm basically beep, 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 beep. I would say it when I'm doing it, but I don't want to distract him, honestly, yet. But he's doing good. Sometimes he's cigar holding it. Kind of irritating a little bit. I can fix it. I've noticed it does more damage than good, because really he doesn't do that every time, but he does do it occasionally. Sit. Sit. Fetch. Fetch. Good dog. Good boy, sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, guys, we're getting really close. I'm gonna stop there for the force fetch, but we're gonna go do some healing stuff. I wanted to show you guys real quick his progress. We're about getting ready to move to the ground here pretty quick. I could get a little bit more speed, and I think I will. I'll probably work on this 2 more times a day. But honestly, within the next day or 2, we're gonna go ahead and move to the ground because he's doing really good. So, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. Rocky's doing good. Proud of him. Come a long ways when you think about it. When you just get them when they're, 6 weeks, 7 weeks old. So, pretty proud of him. If you guys have never seen this series, and this is the first time you're watching this, yeah, this is part 11. But you guys can go back. It's in a playlist. You can go back to part 1 and see when he was like 6.5 weeks old, all the way till he's the 90-pound brute he is right now. So, pretty proud of him. He's doing really good. And thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.